Bank no dey gree give dollar. Why dollar will come go down? EFCC we dey beg them say may they release our brothers because no be their fault. All those people wey dem catch and they stay for road there. They not go catch men people.
We really feel bad because this is unfair. We're not supposed to bring dollar down. This government supposed to bring dollar down.
Now they also advised the government to reconsider its economic policies.
Government are doing controlling markets, so that they are doing supposed to bring dollar down. So it's not our fault. They're supposed to check. If they allow dollar, they come market. Dollar will not rise like that. So bank now they give dollar. If they send you, they will give you naira, not dollar. So how dollar no will come rise up again?
Our government they give dollar from bank. Bank no they give dollar. Why dollar will come go down?
In other news, a youth leader from Idoha in Ahoda East local government area of Rivers State says some locals are still skeptical about the reported killing of two Baba by the police. He said this during an interview with our correspondent. He, however, added that there are signs that the wanted gang leader is no longer alive. Well, the youth leader, who prefers to be anonymous, also spoke on why the police are yet to retrieve the body of the late gang leader, Tu Baba.
Actually, I don't really know why it's just because I believe that since they are many, the boys are many, so they don't know the exact place they can go to retrieve it because they are many. We have so many groups, so many leaders. Him is one, the other one too, one other community called Abraham. So he ran to that place. So they don't know the exact place that police can go and then retrieve the corpse.
Moving on, the Rivers State Police Command says one of its operatives was attacked and killed by hoodlums along the Eliozo flyover last night. The public relations officer of the command, SP Grace Iringekoko, tells correspondent Emeko Tuka that a police officer lost his life while conducting a stop and search at the Eliozo flyover in Obiakpo local government area. Well, SP Koko said the police retaliated, resulting in the death of one of the hoodlums. Well, she said an investigation into the matter is underway. The trial of Happiness Ihukumere, accused of killing a 20-year-old pregnant woman, Rachel Sampson, suffered a setback at the Port Harcourt Magistrate Court. Recall that Mr. Ihukumere, popularly known as Dr. Hagi, was accused of killing Mrs. Happiness Sampson in his hospital in the Guruta community, Ikwere local government area, during a cesarean section. The trial suffered a setback because the Department of Public Prosecution, DPP, was not ready with advice. The court adjourned the case to 25th April to enable the DPP to give its advice. Well, correspondent Emeko Tuka reports that magistrates Alatuwo Fubara remanded Happiness Ihukumere and Bridget Otuene to Port Harcourt Correctional Centre on the 22nd of January, following an ex parte application brought by the prosecuting counsel Okudiri Umurujia, seeking that the case file be taken to the DPP for advice, since the court lacked the jurisdiction to hear the matter. To health matters now. The Rivers State Ministry of Health says one person died following an outbreak of Lassa fever in the state. The State Commissioner for Health, Adezore, in an interview said another 3 have been treated and are united with their families.
This is out of 42 suspected cases, with 31 of them representing symptomatic high-risk contacts to the confirmed cases. A total of 72 contacts were placed on surveillance, and 30 of them have already exited the follow-up scheme, having completed the mandatory incubation period. Another 42 will exit by 26th of February. All 18 high-risk contacts were placed on preventive therapeutics and are also doing very well. While 27 samples have returned negative, we are still expecting results from the remaining 11 samples of suspected cases.
Mrs. Ore said a combined team of stakeholders in the health sector is working to ensure the protection of lives.
The team of the State Ministry of Health, the University of Port Harcourt Teaching Hospital, Nigeria Center for Disease Control, and the stakeholders of the multidisciplinary, multi-sectoral State Public Health Emergency Operations Center, including the World Health Organization, are working assiduously and synergistically to ensure the protection of lives.
Now, she also spoke on how Lassa fever is spread spread.
Keep food and water covered to prevent contamination by rodents. Store grains and other foodstuffs in rodent-proof containers. Dispose of garbage neatly and maintain clean households.
Meanwhile, a professor of public health, Omo CVA Maduka, has called on health facility managers has called on health workers to always observe standard precautions. Professor Maduka, who is also the facility manager of the Infectious Disease Treatment Center at UPTH, tells correspondent Martha Kerenkem that health workers should always have high suspicion for Lassa fever.
If you are around somebody who has a high fever, temperature, has treated malaria, is not getting better, advise the person to come to the hospital. It just may be Lassa fever. And then don't be in a hurry to get yourself in the person's body fluids and helping to clean the person up when the person maybe has defecated or urinated or the person is bleeding. Don't be in a hurry to put your hands there, because the virus is also transmitted from one person to the other through blood and body fluids.
Still to come, 2 candidates emerge in a Edo PDP governorship primary election. Stay tuned. News. The member representing Asaritoro Akokotoro Federal Constituency, Boma Goodhead, has expressed confidence in the leadership of Paworiso Hosfall to successfully pilot the affairs of the simplified movement in a Saritoro local government area. While speaking to newsmen on Wednesday, Ms. Goodhead described Mr. Hosfall as a resilient, result-oriented and grassroots politician who is capable of steering the simplified movement in Asalga to huge success. She assured the state governor, Siminalayi Fubara, that Paworiso Samuel Hosfall will bring the desired results of the organization. She urged the numerous supporters of the peace-loving state governor to remain steadfast to the peaceful disposition of the governor to attract development to the local government area. Chairman of Emugan Council of Chiefs and Elders, Thangod Obagama IV, and the Emugan Clan Council of Chiefs and Elders are felicitating the governor of Rivers State, Siminalayi Fubara, on the Supreme Court affirmation of his election as governor. In a statement he signed with the secretary, Akeodi Samuel Ebef, they thanked the governor for appointing their son, Goodlife Idu Okuben, as the acting chairman of Rivers State Local Government Service Commission. They said his appointment is an eloquent testimony of the governor's commitment to reward hard work and service to humanity. The council prayed God to grant Governor Fubara the needed strength and good health to pilot the affairs of Rivers State. They also expressed their support and aligned themselves with the people-oriented administration of the governor. Asue Ighodalo has won the PDP governorship primary for Edo State, beating 9 other aspirants. Ighodalo polled 577 votes to defeat the other aspirants. Well, earlier, Edo State Deputy Governor Philip Shuaibu emerged the PDP governorship candidate in a parallel congress held at a facility in Commercial Avenue. Now, one of the party members said Philip Shuaibu scored 301 votes to emerge. And on the foreign scene, Alexei Navalny's mother says she has been shown his body, but added that the Russian authorities were pressuring her to allow a secret burial. In a video address, Lyudmila Navalnaya said she had been brought to a morgue on Wednesday night, where she said she had signed a death certificate. Well, that's the news, but before we go, let's take a look at the highlights. On the news this evening, you heard that the chairman of BDCs in Port Harcourt has spoken from detention and blamed banks and the government for the rise in dollar rates. Hoodlums have killed a police officer in a Liozu flyover in Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State. On the foreign scene, the mother of late Russian critic Alexei Navalny has confirmed seeing her son's body. The news was edited by Onyeka Chinwosu. To reach the news team, send an SMS or WhatsApp to 0808-721-7215. I am Constance Mega. Thank you so much for listening.